Scorpio, if this message has reached you today, there is a reason deeper than coincidence guiding you. Something in your energy field has been shifting quietly, something you've been sensing without being able to put words to it. You may have felt it in your chest, a tightness that appears when someone enters your mind. You may have felt it in your dreams, where symbols and faces keep repeating. Or perhaps you've noticed it in your intuition, the soft warning you've been ignoring because you didn't want to believe what it was trying to tell you. But here you are, and here this message is, crossing your path between November 15th and the days that follow, a time when Scorpio steps into heightened intuition, heightened clarity, and heightened spiritual protection. This message arrives not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Someone in your life or returning to your life is not who they appear to be, and the universe has been whispering to you, nudging you, sending signs, urging you to protect your energy before their presence begins to drain the very strength you've worked so hard to rebuild. Take a breath, Scorpio, and lean closer. This is not about fear, it is about awareness. It is about honoring the truth your body has already sensed. And before we go deeper, let me say this clearly, softly, and safely. What you're about to hear is not a prediction carved into stone. It is a narrative, a reflection, a potential timeline. This story is a mirror held up to your intuition, offering you insight, not certainty, not prophecy, but perspective. If what I'm saying resonates with a quiet knowing inside you, keep it, hold it, trust it. If it does not match your truth, let it pass through you like a cloud drifting across the sky. Not every message belongs to every Scorpio, and your own inner voice is the highest guide you will ever have. This is a journey into possibility, into intuition, and into the subtle power that already lives inside you. Now let us return to the feeling that has been tugging at your spirit. There is a person, someone from your past, someone you've recently met, or someone whose name keeps appearing out of nowhere, whose energy does not belong in the next chapter of your life. This person may not be dangerous in the physical sense, but energetically, emotionally, spiritually, they carry a weight that becomes yours the moment you allow them too close. Scorpio, you are too sensitive, too intuitive, too deeply wired for truth to allow yourself to be entangled with someone who drains you. You may already know who I'm referring to. Perhaps your mind flashed an image the moment you read the title. Perhaps you felt a sting of recognition when you heard the first sentence. Or perhaps a name has been lingering in your thoughts for days, waiting for confirmation. This is that confirmation. This person enters your orbit not because you are weak, but because you are powerful. And your light, especially in a period of emotional expansion, becomes a magnet for those who have not done the inner work themselves. They are drawn to your empathy, your depth, your loyalty, your ability to see through facades. But the very qualities that make you extraordinary also make you vulnerable to those who feed on your energy without giving anything back. This individual may not intentionally try to hurt you. Some people wound others simply because they are wounded themselves. Others take because they do not know how to give. But intention does not erase impact, and the impact this person has on your energy is undeniable. When they message you, your body tightens. When they appear in your dreams, you're left feeling unsettled. When you think of letting them back into your life, something inside you whispers, "Not this time, not again." That whisper is your guardian instinct. That whisper is the universe protecting you. As we move closer to November 15th, your intuition sharpens. Mars activates your subconscious. Mercury begins shifting old emotional debris. And Pluto, your ruler, holds a lantern to the relationships that no longer serve you. Scorpio, this is a week where your blind spots become visible. Your patterns become undeniable. The truth you tried to avoid rises to the surface, and the person you need to stay away from reveals themselves, not through drama, not through chaos, but through clarity, a feeling, a slip of the tongue, A message that hits you the wrong way, their energy exposes itself. You may notice this individual reappearing with sweetness or nostalgia, trying to hook your emotions with memories or guilt. You may notice they only reach out when they are lonely, bored, or in need of something: attention, validation, energy, comfort. Or you may notice that after talking to them you feel tired, anxious, irritable, or thrown off your path. Energy never lies, and your energy has been trying to tell you this person is not good for you right now. Scorpio, your heart is big, but your boundaries must be bigger. You've grown too much this year to shrink back into old versions of yourself. The universe is pushing you toward a future built on emotional safety, genuine connection, and spiritual alignment. And this person, whether a lover, an ex, a friend, or a family member, is blocking that path. Their presence in your life keeps you tethered to an identity you've outgrown. They pull you back into cycles you already healed. They remind you of wounds you're ready to release. And most importantly, they cannot meet you where you are going. You are stepping into a higher frequency. They are stuck in a lower one. If you stay connected, they will pull you down, not lift you up. Over the next few days, signs will come. Synchronicities, dreams, sudden clarity, emotional waves. You may feel your stomach tighten when you think of them. You may feel agitation with no explanation. You may start craving distance from certain people. This is your intuition preparing you for a decision, and although the universe will not force your hand, it will keep sending signs until you listen. Scorpio, listen. This person is not inherently evil. They are simply not aligned with the version of you that is emerging. They are the echo of an old chapter, trying to bleed into a new one. And if you let them stay, the cost is your peace. You've spent months rebuilding that peace. It is not something you should hand away easily, not again. As November 15th approaches, you will feel a shift inside yourself. A quiet strength, a deeper clarity, a sense of emotional maturity that was not there before. You will start choosing yourself without guilt. You will begin saying no without fear. You will start walking away without breaking. This is not coldness, this is healing, this is self-respect. This is the new Scorpio taking form, and once you distance yourself from this person, your energy will begin to rise dramatically. Opportunities will flow more easily, motivation will return, creativity will spark, financial clarity will appear, emotional stability will deepen, and love, the honest, gentle, soul-safe kind, will become available to you again, because you cannot receive what is meant for you while clinging to what is not. Scorpio, you are not losing anything by stepping away. You are protecting your future. The days after the 15th will show you exactly why this separation is necessary. And once the clarity arrives, you will not doubt yourself again. Trust your intuition. It has been trying to protect you long before your mind understood why. And Scorpio, stay away from them, not because of fear, but because you deserve peace, you deserve love. You deserve a future that does not drain you, and that future begins the moment you walk away. And Scorpio, there is something you need to hear, something that only reveals itself when you finally step back from a person whose presence has been silently draining you. When you distance your spirit from someone who is not aligned with your growth, the universe does not leave you in a void. There is no emptiness in conscious separation. Instead, space opens, space for clarity, for healing, for intuition to rise, for your own voice to become louder than the noise of someone else's influence. And in that space, you begin to see the truth you couldn't see before. You may start noticing memories resurfacing, moments you ignored, small red flags you brushed aside, times when your needs were minimized or dismissed. These flashes do not come to shame you. They come to free you. They are the puzzle pieces your intuition tried to show you all along. And once you put those pieces together, you begin to understand why your spirit felt heavy every time this person entered your life. You begin to see how much of your energy was spent trying to stabilize a connection that was never stable to begin with. You begin to see how much of your emotional capacity was swallowed by trying to understand someone who didn't understand themselves. But here is the beautiful part. Your clarity doesn't come with anger this time. It comes with peace, with maturity, with the deep knowing that letting go is not a punishment, but an act of self-love. You no longer feel the urge to fix anything. You no longer feel the urge to return. You simply accept that not every soul who enters your life is meant to stay, and not every chapter is meant to become a book. Some people are lessons, some are mirrors, some are catalysts. And this person was all three. As the days after November 15th unfold, your energy recalibrates. At first it may feel strange, almost quiet. You may find yourself waiting for a message that no longer comes, or expecting an emotional pull that no longer has power. But that silence is your protection. That quiet is your healing, is your... And then slowly, you begin to notice something surprising. Your spirit feels lighter. Colors look brighter. Music hits differently. You sleep better. Your thoughts become clearer. You feel more grounded in your body. This is not random. This is the energetic release that happens when you pull away from someone who has been attached to your power source for far too long. Your boundaries begin to strengthen naturally. You start saying yes to yourself more and no to others without guilt. You begin attracting calmer energies, kinder people, and more aligned opportunities. You begin reclaiming parts of yourself you didn't even realize had dimmed. Scorpio, this period is not just about staying away from someone. It is about returning to yourself. It is about remembering who you were before this person walked into your life. It is about rediscovering the version of you that was whole, intuitive, powerful, and unshakably self-aware. That version of you has been waiting to rise again. In the days ahead, Spirit will show you why this separation was necessary. You may receive unexpected communication that confirms your intuition. You may learn something that would have broken you had you stayed attached. You may notice this person returning to old behaviors the moment you distance yourself, or you may simply feel a wave of peace that tells you everything you needed to know. The universe is always clearer in hindsight, Scorpio, and soon you will see the full picture. As your energy rises, new paths begin to open. Creative inspiration increases. Financial opportunities flow with less resistance. Tasks become easier. People begin to treat you with more respect because your energy commands it. Even your environment shifts. Your room feels cleaner. The air feels lighter. Your intuition becomes sharper. This is what happens when you cut energetic cords that were weighing you down. You rise without trying. You evolve without force. You grow without effort. Scorpio, let's speak honestly. The person you are being guided to step away from is not someone who can follow you into your next chapter. Their emotional maturity does not match your depth. Their intentions do not match your integrity. Their vision does not match your future. They are comfortable with chaos. You are moving toward peace. They seek attention. You seek alignment. They require energy. You require reciprocity. They pull you backward. You are rising forward. The mismatch is too great to ignore. This is not judgment. This is truth. Some people are simply not equipped to love you at the level you deserve. Some souls do not have the capacity to meet you where your spirit is evolving. And if you stay attached to someone who cannot hold space for you, your growth becomes stagnation. Your power becomes suppressed. Your intuition becomes clouded. And your blessings become delayed. That is why Spirit is warning you now, not to punish the other person, but to protect you. In this next cycle, your intuition will become your strongest shield. You will sense dishonesty quicker. You will feel energy shifts instantly. You will recognize emotional manipulation without needing proof. You will understand the difference between someone who loves you and someone who only needs you. You will stop taking responsibility for other people's wounds. You will stop explaining your worth to people who cannot see it. You will stop bending your boundaries to make someone else comfortable. And then someone new enters. Not necessarily romantic, though it could be. Someone whose energy feels calm, grounding, trustworthy. Someone who speaks softly, listens deeply, and shows up consistently. Someone whose presence doesn't drain you but fills you. Someone whose intentions match your intuition. This person appears only after you let go of the one you're being warned about. That's how spiritual alignment works. The universe never removes without replacing. It only clears space to make room for what is meant for you. And when this new energy arrives, you will understand why Spirit urged you to walk away. You will realize that staying attached to the wrong person would have cost you the right one. You would have missed the blessing meant for you because your hands were full of someone who was never yours. Scorpio, your life is entering a season of restoration. Emotional restoration, energetic restoration, spiritual restoration. You are being pulled away from what drains you so you can be guided toward what strengthens you. The person you need to avoid is not a threat to fear. They are simply a closed chapter, and the moment you turn the page, the story of your life begins to transform. So trust your intuition, trust your boundaries, trust your clarity, trust the discomfort, trust the signs, trust the timing, trust the release. Because Scorpio, walking away is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your alignment.